Dude, my friend in high school would like drop his like. Oh my god, I still do it to this day. But like he'll like when he drops like his pencil or something.
Yeah.
He'll be,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
like, try it. That
Yeah,
would make
what-
me laugh.
He does it all the time.
Oh really?
He
I still
literally
do.
will-
Dude,
Yeah.
that's just hilarious.
Yeah, because she's like, "Hey, could you give me that?"
That's,
Not yet.
like, oh, just gotta check. I seen this video that's like this like pizza worker or whatever, and he's
Yeah.
like in the shop or like whatever, he's like making pizzas and something was falling and he like caught like a bunch of shit and then he like stopped and like it's on security camera and he just like
He checks it. Yeah.
he like checked and
He's like, what? Yeah, I seen that video. I was like, no way.
That's so funny.
That's so fucking.
God, everybody
like
just
to
wants
know.
to be Spider-Man. Everybody
Exactly.
wants to be better.
He's just and it's crazy how he has a horrible upbringing, but everyone wants to be him.
It's like
You know
they
what I mean?
said, okay, spoilers, you know?
No. Well, this is just Peter Parker in general.
Well, it's like all it's that's canon. It has to have it's why he, you know what I mean? It's
Oh no,
why
I
he-
was just saying like in like the general like Tobey Maguire
yeah.
Spider-Man or like, you know, the cartoon Spider-Mans. I'm not saying the movie, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying like everyone wants to be Spider-Man, but like he has a horrible upbringing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, like he doesn't get the girl.
Yeah.
He's he
Bullied.
lives, he's bullied. He doesn't get any credit for anything that he does.
Yeah.
He can't tell anyone that he's a superhero,
Yeah.
and he has to hide a lot of the shit that he does on a consistent basis, which is a
Yeah.
lot of stress. Like, imagine doing that
I'm
every day.
sure, yeah. It was like people like, well, obviously you're just like the whole world just doesn't know who you are or what you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everybody still looks down upon you.
Uh-huh.
It's just like the situation, you know. It's like set up that way.
Exactly.
It's just like this fool's like, you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be. Like, and it's like I as a kid I questioned it because I was like, you know, like why wouldn't you want the world to know? But then it is like, well, it's like in for like a sense of like,
Security.
well,
right?
yeah, I guess, but as well as like the who was it? It was in Miles Morales when he's like, you could be behind the mask, like, you know, it could be anybody.
Oh yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean? And it's just like this one random person.
Oh,
Going out of
Stanley
their
said
way.
that,
Is
right?
it? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Stanley,
He's like,
yeah.
that's why people resonate with him so much.
Yeah, it was just like
Because he's a normal kid,
yeah
going
grew up in
through
Queens
shit,
and
yeah.
you know.
but he just happened to have superpowers.
I was watching, actually, matter of fact, go bring it back to Kill Bill 2. He makes a reference to Superman that I really, he's like, take my favorite Superman, like my favorite superhero, Superman. He says that like every other character like was made a superhero. Like Superman was born Superman. Like his, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know, his costume is like, you know, the Clark Kent and the going to work and, you know, normal life. Like that's the mask.
Oh yeah.
You know, but he's like Superman is like who he is, you know.
Oh, that's
And it's
interesting.
like,
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I thought that was a very interesting point. And I was like, I like, obviously, like I like Superman,
Uh-huh.
but like I don't know, there's just something about Spider-Man that's just like, well, obviously
Wait.
two different, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
two different franchises and stuff. But like
That's true.
as like an ultimate superhero, like, you know what I mean, like it's Spider-Man, and it seems to be that way for like lots of people. You know, that
Yeah.
like Spider-Man's like the favorite,
Universally
loved, yeah.
which is weird. Yeah, I guess because everyone, it's just so realistic, as
I
much
guess
as
so,
it could
yeah.
be for a superhero
Yeah,
in that sense. And it was like one of the first of its kind, because I think like all the superheroes were very like cut and paste. Like, oh, I'm a superhero. Everything's pretty much perfect. Maybe I have like one flaw,
Mhm.
but like Spider-Man has like so many, or Peter Parker has so many flaws
Yeah.
about him.
he talks about it too. Like even in the games, you know, it's just like you make lots of mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
Or like when you, in the games, like you train Miles, you know,
uh,
and he's like, yeah, like you're gonna make mistakes, like it happens, you know what I mean? But like it's how you come back from those.
mhm.
You know what I mean? And it's just like,
a bunch of life lessons that you're like, damn, I needed
well,
to
it's
hear
like
that.
especially for a kid, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Superman's like, you gotta fucking stand up for everybody, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
some
you're just
shit.
like, damn, I really
Yeah,
can't.
I gotta save the human race from aliens and shit. Like,
Uh-huh.
you know, like my own. But it's
It's like,
like,
dude,
as
I'm
Spider-Man,
5'4"
it's
in
just like,
sixth grade. and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I can't really do much. Yeah.
You know, as a kid, as Spider-Man, getting picked on, you know, looked down on, you
Uh-huh.
know, as a kid, even just like as a kid, like, or from an adult like
Yeah.
perspective, you know, you just like, you know, I don't know, there's just something about that underdog. You know,
Yeah,
like, he was
right?
just-
Yeah,
he's
he is an
fucking
underdog.
On top, he's the smallest, quickest, most like Or like, okay, so like for example, what does he say in No Way Home with Jake Gyllenhaal? You know, and then Tom Holland comes in, starts talking about quantum physics, and then like multiverse
Hmm.
and stuff, and then like everybody's like stops and like stares at him like he's like fucking a freak, and he like apologized. He's like, oh, like sorry, and then Jake Gyllenhaal comes up and he's like, don't ever apologize for being the smartest in the room,
Yeah.
you know. And I thought that was bad because it's like, you know what I mean? Like it was like, yeah, dude, like give him props because like everybody was just like, just fucking
They shun him.
yeah,
Yeah.
they shun him,
Yeah.
and it's just like they put him down for it, or like not even just like even looks of just confusion, like you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's just kind of like I don't know.
He never gets the credit. He never
Yeah,
gets the credit he deserves.
yeah,
Yeah. Which is nice. Which is very humbling too, because then like he's so charismatic when he puts on the suit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guess Peter Parker is not as charismatic.
It's like he even has like a almost like a different personality, because it's like the mask gives him that okay to like. Well, it's like everybody knows Peter Parker and his temperament already, like you know
Yeah.
what I mean. But like Spider-Man is so quippy and
Yeah.
quick and light.
It's like he could be himself.
And
Yeah.
levity is just like like he makes like makes levity of every situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like so beautifully done because I feel like even in like for example, like when we were talking about like Thor: Love and Thunder and like some, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like where it was just too much and you just fucking like it ruins it, and like
Too corny too.
yeah, it's corny. Yeah, it's like it's just like
Yeah.
cringe, and like with Spider-Man, it's like quick and kind of like I don't know. It's just like yeah, that's
It's the right time.
It's perfect wit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like it's just like a battle of wits.
Yeah. It's not like something serious happening and he's like, haha.
Yeah, and it's like pretty sarcastic most of the time. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just like, oh, yeah, like you know what I mean? But like
Yeah, that's true.
it's again beautifully done because like just everything else seems forced with like you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And, like,
one seemed Thor.
The only ones
That
I can
seemed
see
forced.
consistently do well like were the Guardians of the Galaxies. You
Yeah.
know, where they're just like even in heavy situations, like they can make something funny and still feel like it wasn't. They
The
didn't go
tension,
overboard.
yeah. The
You know what I
tension
mean?
was still there.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't kill the tension,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
versus
It just
other
it
movies.
helps,
Yeah.
just slightly reduce. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
just
it's
a little
there.
bit,
You're not like ignorant of its presence still.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, dude, yeah, those were just horrible.
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
It's sad. Like it's hard. It's like you know what I mean. It's just hard, especially with like the whole, you know, this whole montage of Marvel movies of like we got endless picks almost. There's 30 movies, give
Yeah.
or take. You know what I mean? And like, you know what I mean? Like most of them are fucking great.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
crazy to know that, yeah, like they have been pretty good.
Yeah. And like I mean, some better than others and stuff.
Mhm.
And like, you know what I mean? They go down in like CGI budget, I guess.
Mhm.
But that's beside the point. Like you know what I mean? The impact. You know what I mean? On most of them is pretty deep.
Yeah, like where
Yeah.
they try to put heart in it as much as they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is nice.
But again, overboard. Like it can
Yeah.
it can just overflow.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous.
That
And
is
like
shit.
I feel like it ruins like some of the like some of like my impacts of the villain, like you know what I mean, like Christian
Oh,
Bale,
yeah.
as the God Killer, the
Uh-huh.
God Butcher, like bro, like he did great. He had a great
Yeah,
performance.
he sold that character so well.
and it would have been amazing had like the writing not ruined it.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have been.
And it's
He was leading up to be something so good.
He's the God Butcher, and his minions are being killed by a fucking superpowered teddy bear. Like, come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wonder who came up with that writing. Like in the writing
And-
room, just like,
Yeah.
let's do this.
And
you
then
know?
and
Like,
then be like, yeah, that's
You
hilarious.
know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
a great idea.
I think that's when you get so well known, like in your field, or
Yeah.
like you're at that level where everyone's just saying yes. Like, yes.
Yeah, I guess.
You
Yeah.
know?
I think
'Cause
it
then
would
he
be
d-
something like
He
that. yeah.
did, what was it? The Rabbit, what is that? The
Oh, Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, that's Taika Waititi.
Yeah. And then he did,
Jojo Rabbit was a phenomenal. That
Yeah.
was it was a good movie. Taika Waititi. He's a director. He was a comedian, was he? So I feel like someone told me he had a background in comedy.
maybe I could
I'm not
assume
sure.
that.
Don't quote me.
He's
on
made
it.
like indie films that are very comedic.
Oh, okay.
because
I mean, he's a very funny dude.
yeah,
He plays what's his name?
Korg?
Korg.
Yeah,
Korg, dude.
Korg.
My favorite character had like 12 lines.
Yeah, but those lines killed
They're
it.
so fucking funny, dude. And like, yeah, he's by far one of my favorite characters.
What was that movie? The one before Thor: Love and Thunder? Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Thor movie,
So he did that one
Hey,
so
man.
amazing. Which
Yeah.
because the first two Thor movies were kind of they fell short. The first
Were
one was
they?
cool. The second one, do you remember the second Thor movie? I don't think anyone remembers the second Thor movie.
The one with that chick with the horns, right?
Yeah, I think so. No. That's Ragnarok.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so there's
Okay.
one before that, which they come back to Earth and they fight like alien race that no one really knows. See, no one. I don't
I
think
guess not.
Yeah, see,
I guess
exactly.
you got a point.
It's pretty much non-existent.
I don't know though. Like I was like, even I'm sure I've seen, because I'm positive actually I've seen all of them,
but that one's just so forgettable. Like
like most of the Thors I didn't, which like I liked Thor 1 and
the first one was pretty cool. I thought so.
And
yeah.
Ragnarok was okay too, but I never like went out of my way to watch the Thor movies.
Mhm.
Like I was like, oh, like I gotta watch those again.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I saw them and they were funny and good
and that was it.
and that was it. And I kind of moved on. Thor's never really been my favorite,
Oh, I get
You know?
you. Yeah,
but like
yeah, he is a hard character to sell too.
it's like I mean like I fuck with him like the God of Thunder and stuff.
Mhm.
But all
Off topic, but he's dating Rita Ora.
Who?
Taika Waititi?
he is?
Yeah.
Ora?
Rita Ora.
That's random.
Yeah.
That is very off topic.
I mean, I guess she likes.
Well, y'all talking about Thor and Love and Thunder, and we're here talking about this amazing movie.
Oh, that's
He-
true. I know that's
Is he? I guess he's funny. You know.
he is funny.
Stuff.
Yeah.
He's handsome.
Yeah,
Oh, he's a
he-
good-looking
Yeah,
dude.
He is
and
good-looking. I mean,
he's directed movies.
It's just
Yeah,
an odd.
yeah, that is weird though.
It's a yeah. It is
I
an
guess they're
odd
both in
relationship.
art. In
Is
the
she?
arts.
Is she like a singer? Or
She's
something? I
a
know who
singer.
she is. She's a singer, right?
I think so.
Because
Yeah.
she was in. I think the first time I ever saw her
I think I
was
seen
like
her in a cameo in a movie or
yeah. I think it was like Fast and Furious 6.
Yeah,
or
but they have like a bunch of
something.
different.
Yeah, you're
Something
right.
like that.
I think
They
she
got-
does
she's
come
in
out
They
that.
in
have
it.
cameos in the Fast and Furious movies of like different people. Don't
Yeah, I
they?
know, but they
Yeah.
have like
But hers
Yeah,
was like relatively
musical
quick.
artists, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hers was relatively quick, and I knew who she was.
I
You
think
know
she
what I mean?
just said like "Ready, Set, Go." I think she was one
Yeah,
of
it
those
was something
girls,
like
right?
that. Yeah, it was like at the end or
Yeah.
the beginning or something.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
And everyone's like, "Oh, that
Yeah.
girl," and I'm like, "Who's that?" And I had to look her up. I was like, "Oh, okay."
yeah,
That's cool.
That's where I know her from first.
Yeah, they're like married.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
I had
wow.
no idea. How long they been married?
since last year.
I think she's
How long they been dating?
from
I don't know.
England.
She is from England.
Yeah, she is,
from-
right?
She's British or
She from
English.
London.
She's from London.
She's from London, man.
I don't know where she from, but
From London, man.
she from Europe for sure.
London
What's up, foo? Come here.
or France? Uh-huh.
No, she's. I think she's London.
Lo-
Yeah, because it was
She's
in.
from
I think the race was in London.
You're right. She is
Oh yeah,
Britain.
you're right.
She's Britain.
Britain.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the
Britain.
difference between like.
I don't, and I feel dumb that I don't know.
Well, I went. I mean, I passed through London. I never got out of the terminal though.
Oh, okay.
When'd you go to London?
When I went to Italy.
Oh, right. I forgot.
It was a. What is it? A layover?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, nice. All right, so let's
Okay.
talk about the reason we're making this pod.
Spider-Man. Back on Spider-Man.
Spider-Man into Spider-Verse.
Into the spider. No, across,
Across
the
the
spider.
Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's.
That
Should
was
we go around?
probably, yeah. Okay, I'll just start real quick because I just want to say.
You want to do the
yeah.
minute review?
Yeah.
Give you a minute.
Okay, I
30
have a timer in
seconds.
front of me right now, so it's gonna go in right now. So it's probably one of the best movies I've seen. Like
Really?
top, yeah, probably top
Okay.
10. Like I think this was probably the best movie of the year. This did top Guardians for me.
Really?
Yeah, for me at least.
wow.
Yeah. That's
Actually,
pretty powerful.
I don't know. Let it sit. I'll get back to you on that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
like looking back at Guardians, like I told you guys, I just expected it to be a little darker.
Okay.
I was kind of disappointed with the ending.
Mhm.
I know you guys loved the ending, but for this,
uh-huh.
like this left a cliffhanger, left me wanting more and all that. Like Guardians didn't do that for me. Like Guardians didn't want me leaving more, or leave me wanting more. Sorry. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Guardians was like a sum up, especially for
Yeah.
like it was pretty much for Rocket, and they wanted you on base on like where he
Yeah.
You know, they wanted you closer to him for
Yeah,
for something.
Yeah, which was nice.
You know,
It was
so
nice,
like,
but this was like,
you
But
know,
wait, I was hoping for like
that
a
was kinda
minute
the point.
review of you just
Oh.
talking about the highlights, but without spoilers.
without spoilers.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's hard.
Non-spoilers.
Wait, what?
Yes. Just talk about the great things about it. You could just be like, just characteristics. Like, oh,
Okay.
you want me to do a minute? Watch, I'll do a
Okay,
minute.
yeah, you do
Give
a
me
minute. Right.
Tell me when. Tell me when. I'll go.
And go.
Okay, so the visuals were amazing. Like they topped even the visuals from the previous one. What they added, not gonna say what they added, but just the way it started, I was like, oh, you know, like in the different worlds, of course. The heart in the film, it felt even more impactful than the previous one. I got even more emotional in this one because they held on to a lot of things. The character development is so well done on a certain character that's not the main character, but I think we all know who I'm talking about, I guess. And just everyone seeing the trailer, all the Spider-Man, all the Easter eggs were amazing. Like they did it so like well done that makes me want to watch it again because there's just so much like I guess eye candy or whatever.
They did do a lot. It was
That was a minute.
fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So
That was
like, yeah, the visuals, like you said, I want to touch up on that, dude. It was all abstract. It was like, dude, it was watercolor. There was so much. It was all packed
Black
into,
and
like,
white.
you know what I mean? It was black
like,
and white. They went to like noir. They went like glitchy, you know, with
Yeah.
the whole thing. They went like post-it notey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lego.
Lego, you know?
That was the best
Yeah,
part.
So like the introductions, like, you know, like the visuals, amazing, all the colors. It wasn't very hard to like stay focused on what was going on. You know, it wasn't very distracting, you know, but it was beautiful and it was a sight to see. Like all the introductions, like that, I think that was cool that they kept that. So like everyone that came in, like, okay, so like this is me, this is where I'm from, what I do, you know,
Yeah.
how I'm me.
Yeah.
Dude, I
You know,
forgot about
that shit was
yeah.
lit. You know, loved all those. You know, even the new, you know, Spider-Man they brought in, like, dude, which I know of because of the games. You know what I mean? Like they have all the suits and stuff,
Yeah.
like all of them. You know, Miguel and Spider-Punk and you know Noir and like them all, like, you know. And I thought that was dope. Like especially like you said, like all the like the Easter eggs and like the memes out there that they, you know, like that they attributed it into the film. You know, and then like even so like even further like to bring back old characters, you know, not obviously with like so many lines this time, but like, you know, it's new and stuff, but like they were there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that was lit, you know. It was super dope. And Miles, like, dude, invokes so much like the need for freedom and like growth, you know.
Yeah.
Like you said, like, you know, character progression, but also character regression in certain areas, you know what I mean? And like just like, you know, him being like in the mindset of a normal person again, you know what I mean? And it's like he's not like he was taken out of that whole Spider-Man thing and focused on Miles, you know? Like Miles, like
Who is he? Yeah.
This is what Miles needs, you know what I mean? And like at first, like I was feeling like he wasn't understanding, like, you know what I mean? But then there's another part of me that's like, I don't know what he's going for.
through.
You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, and Gwen like having so much faith in that, you know, and just like learning to like, you know, be awesome, and obviously Miguel's like misunderstanding, you know, like, yeah, dude, there's some insane stuff being set up right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude.
And it was visually, emotionally stunning. You know, in all aspects. And
Yeah.
I give it a flat out like 10. You know,
Yeah,
same. Like, dude,
10.
10. It's a perfect. It was a perfect
lit.
film.
We spent 2 hours in there, you know, and like I didn't think the end was the end. I was like, what the fuck's happening next? You know? And like I'm at a loss for words. I can't wait. I'm so excited already. You know, like it just came out. We just saw it.
Yeah.
And it's not enough. Like I want more. You know what I mean? It was obviously like, you know, like they got shit in the works, like you confirmed, you know, and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
just I can't. I can't explain like how amazing of a film it was.
Mhm.
And like I think I would agree with you. It was better than Guardians. And, like,
Damn, you
but
agree with me?
but they were different. I got different emotions. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like
I get you.
They're
Yeah.
both great.
they're
Yeah.
both amazing in their own ways.
Mhm.
And then so Guardians was very somber, you know, and needed you to understand, you know, and Miles was so inspiring and go for it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just take a shot, you know?
Yeah, that is true. Like, do what you believe in.
Just give it a shot, you know? Because anything is possible.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Anything.
Or I guess since we did a review, let's talk about like spoilers. So like how you're saying like give it a shot, because then like how every like Peter Parker or whatever Spider-Man's like cut and paste,
Yeah.
and he's like he is Spider-Man, but he's Miles Morales, and I like how they separated that.
And like, yeah, dude, he's the epicenter.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because I've only ever known Peter Parker. Like, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah. Like you have this attachment to Peter Parker,
Dude.
and you're just like,
and like I don't know. Dude, I remember playing it in 2018, I believe, the PS4 version. The Spider-Man came out, Sony's PS4 Spider-Man, and I remember playing it, and at the end when he like brings in Miles, and Miles gets bit and stuff. Like watching the movie, I wonder what's gonna like how the game's gonna take it. You know what I mean? Like which direction it's gonna take it in. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because like, dude, like. I don't know what I was thinking when they first brought Miles in, and I was like, I love the kid, like, you know what I mean? Like, he was great. You know, he's got a very spiced background, like, and just like super cultured.
Yeah.
And like just a lovable character.
Right? Like his charisma.
He's just so strong. He's like the potential, like, that that and like I don't even think I fully grasped it until like everything we just saw go down.
Yeah.
And then like you really see like, and again I don't even think I fully grasp the gravity of how important he is to like everything that Miguel was talking about.
Yeah.
And like
he's the center of everything. He had no idea. We had no idea the setup of it.
Yeah,
because it was really cool.
And like if he had ceased to exist, like Miguel, like I said, it was nothing would have happened.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
everyone would have been the same. Everything would have been the same, and all that.
It's different. You know? And it's way bigger than Peter Parker.
Yeah,
than just Peter Parker.
But it's cool, like how he's still. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say like how Miles Morales like saved the guy, the other Spider-Man, the funny one, the one that's the voice actor,
his mentor.
No, not him. The voice actor in Deadpool, the taxi driver.
Oh yeah, the Indian one.
Yeah, he saved his dad.
Yeah,
and then he kind of helped Gwen save her relationship with her dad in a sense.
Kinda
because she
finally opened up.
Exactly, and
so we talking spoilers now?
Yeah, we're talking spoilers.
Cool.
Yeah,
I was gonna say okay, so like. Miguel said it, so like that the Indian Spider-Man, his dad dying was a canon event. It needed to happen.
Yeah.
So with that, it made it seem like that Indian Spider-Man's universe was collapsing in on itself because what was supposed to happen didn't happen. But he was still there. Like when Gwen Stacy put together her new team of multiverse Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So he was still there. So I don't know exactly what Miles affected in his universe, in that Indian Spider-Man's universe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they said they were like trying to control it, right?
Yeah, and they left other Spider-Man there to like contain it, but it was never brought up again. But he was still there, so I'm thinking they got it contained.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like in that sense, it kind of loses gravity with like how important these canon events really are.
Yeah, exactly. Or is it Spot, the guy causing this? Or whatever,
maybe,
right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, dude, he fucking literally like turned himself into an omnipresent being. Where he can be everywhere at once. And like, dude,
just
like
crazy. And I love how they did the character design from the beginning to like where he
Dude,
became like the main
at,
villain.
at first it was like funny and he was trying to get the hang of being a villain and stuff, and then it was like, oh fuck, like we shouldn't have taken it so lightly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is fucking bad.
And that
It's
character
very-
development and that villain.
This is very bad.
Yeah.
You know, like he can, and it seemed like he could, like from Miles's visions, that he can just cause total calamity, like in all universes if he wanted to. You know, he seemed like God. It was weird. It was super fucking weird, and it was like kind of creepy.
Yeah,
you know, it was good, and
it was almost like a horror.
Yeah, and the music, the soundtrack, dude,
the music, even the intro with the drums, where she's like talking about her story, and
lit. It was super lit.
Good.
It was.
I was like, what?
It was just intense.
Yeah, the music would give me chills, and like, it was playing such a great role.
It was
a character on its own, pretty much.
Yeah, really. It added a whole new aspect to like the movie, because honestly, like if the soundtrack was different, dude, it was perfect.
Yeah,
Metro.
Like, and like I don't, it's like how much of the soundtrack did he produce? Because I'm curious, because like I like the end song, you know what I mean, like the first one with Sway Lee and and what's his name? I always forget his name.
Sway Lee. Oh, and Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
And like, you know
Sunflower,
what I mean? They made the end, you know, song and stuff. I don't think they made the whole soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know, but like,
the soundtrack was produced by. Yep, Metro.
The whole album.
Binks is messing.
The whole album was produced by Metro?
Yeah.
The whole one?
The whole album.
Oh, wow. He did a great job.
Yeah. He did
really good. And it didn't, and like, even like in aspect, like I was listening and I was like, this isn't Metro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he got out of his own element.
Yeah.
Like, for
and he
this
made some
project,
other music. Yeah.
And it was just, he did great.
Yeah. There was a song that I was like, oh, this is really good. It was before
Jazz even leaned in and was like, hey, yeah, like, yo, I fucking love this song.
Yeah.
You know? And like, I was thinking too, like the whole
I wonder if it's the same
this
song.
is a good track.
What song was it?
You know?
I think it was a Hummingbird one.
I don't know.
Okay, Hummingbird is by Metro and James Blake.
Oh, okay, so it's probably that one. Yeah, that's the one where he was like chilling in his room and he was like thinking about
yeah. So like that scene, that's where the first one ended.
Yeah.
You know, and when it doesn't show her, but the portal opens up, the light opens up on his face, and he opens his eyes, and you hear her go, "Hey, Miles, you got a minute?" And then it ends. But he's listening to Sunflower at that point. So they changed it in this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. But I still fucked with it heavy. I'm like, oh, this is
and that's cool.
great.
Like how they did like a whole like 30 minutes before that.
Yeah.
To show.
Yeah,
like,
literally like a whole. Yeah, it was like a whole. They set up everything.
Yeah, the setup was perfect. I was like, what?
And again, like at no point, and it was over 2 hours, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was right.
Yeah.
It was over 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
3 songs with Don Toliver.
There were not. It was not 1 second where I thought like this movie needed to end. It's gonna end right now. You know what I mean? I was so fucking like.
I was invested.
So
invested. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just like whole. I was literally like on. Like the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally. And it's been a long time since like I actually had to adjust to like see, you know, and like make sure and just watch.
I wanted to see you guys' expressions and like what the fuck.
Dude, it was literally mind blowing. Like literally.
I just had
was
a huge smile on my
dude,
face. And
I was
like,
seeing shit and I'm like, and everybody else is like, dude.
Like you hear the theater.
Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah, that's what I just love about the movie sometimes.
Dude, shit.
Even though movie theaters could be annoying with like kids and shit, but like these kind of experiences, you just like make you like theater, like the whole theater experience.
Oh my, like it's cinema, you know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was ill. And I never, like even some of the people like who you saw that like how with like fucking, you know what I mean? Like regular film, like, you know what I mean? Instead of like the animation and stuff like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, like that was a crazy ass aspect.
Where they showed like Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, and then
Childish Gambino.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, as proud. So this is like a future version that we haven't gotten yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
and how chill he was about it.
Yeah,
I was
Miss
like,
Chang or from fucking Venom,
Venom?
you know,
Yeah.
like dude, like just amazing on all aspects. Like shit, you could not have
Yeah.
like been there and been like, I knew that was gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
No, you didn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit jumped around and it was awesome. Kept you in like suspense and surprise constantly. You know?
Yeah.
And just man, it was a thriller.
And it's
Like,
crazy
if
how they
there
made it
ever
so
was one.
digestible. Like it wasn't like
Yeah.
because the multiverse is complicated to explain. Like the way Marvel's been trying to like build it up.
Dude.
Spider-Man did it in the first movie they explained with the
It seemed,
multiverse.
yeah.
And now we all get it. And then to add all these Spider-Man and then
I feel like
it doesn't feel cheesy. It feels right.
Yeah, and I feel like this one really caught the like chaotic aspect of multiverse. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was just endless.
Uh-huh.
You know, the range was endless, and
That is
they
true.
reached far. And dude, they hit that like bullseye. You know, because like, dude, like, wow, what a film! Like, you know,
Yeah.
just it was amazing. It was amazing.
When all
Yeah,
the
it was
Spider-Man
amazing.
were like coming together and chasing after
Oh yeah.
Miles, I kept looking at him like, fuck, like he's gonna nut his pants right now. He's
Dude, I literally, I'm like, I'm clutching my seat, my toes are curled,
Like,
you know, and I'm like,
your eyes are
dude,
rolling back.
yeah, I was like, it was crazy, dude.
It was just like Spider-Man.
And
Yeah.
like it seems like, and like from like I feel like the potential was there even in the games, dude. Like that, like they're building on Miles, and
Mhm.
like he said it, and I agree. He beat all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. He's
tricked
the
all-
best Spider-Man.
He is.
The fastest Spider-Man. The strongest Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know? And like for him to even get a one-up on Miguel. Like,
Which
and
is
Miguel was
crazy.
just a fucking monster.
Yeah.
You know?
Oscar Isaac. You know?
He was a
Yeah.
beast.
He was kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Which
like, I
loved.
wouldn't
I was
want to
like-
fight him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, dude.
Like one-on-one, he's fucking beating you up.
I couldn't even like picture. It was so dark that like I couldn't just like put Oscar Isaac's like
his
the
face,
connection.
yeah.
I couldn't connect the two.
His voice, I wasn't
yeah.
registering
Yeah,
as
me too.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
I
It
had to
was
like remind
registering-
myself a couple times because I was like, damn, he's
Even-
so menacing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
like this
That's why
is no,
after
this
the
is
movie, I
Miguel
was like, what the
O'Hara.
hell?
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like this isn't Oscar Isaac.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, damn, how
This
did he?
isn't Daddy Isaac.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in my, like he has an out like you've seen Ex Machina. He has like an outburst in there. And stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like
But this was just
he has
the
a
whole
very
time.
intimidating face. You
Yeah,
know?
he does.
And like his eyes and
Uh-huh.
stuff. Like he doesn't ever look intimidated.
Mhm.
And like it's just like, you know, when you're up against someone who's so sure they know what they're doing,
Yeah.
it makes you doubt. You know what I mean? And like,
Mhm.
dude, Oscar Isaac, what an actor. You know, he's just, oh man,
He killed it. He killed it in the role.
he
Yeah.
killed it.
Killed it.
Just by my voice acting, you know?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
He
I was
killed
like, damn,
it.
how did he
So-
do that so well?
Man,
I was frightened by him, and he was just mean,
yeah, he was just
aggressive.
he was like almost like hopeless, but like just it was just like despair and rough edges and anger and I don't even know, like just like this. It was like the ultimate form of like tough love.
Yeah,
You know, like as
Mhm.
intense as it possibly
yeah,
could
because
get.
it was very dark. Yeah, you're right.
And his
But
story,
he had a reason.
his story specifically,
good.
you know what I mean?
which
Yeah.
I'm glad they said that.
Yeah. And he also made the connection of like himself. He's like, I did this before, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Which like I was trying to make it. I was trying to like think like, like obviously like Miles isn't understanding him,
yeah,
but also like, but he's not listening to Miles,
exactly.
but also like.
Because Miles kept questioning. He's like, "How do you know, though?
Yeah,
How do
and
you know?"
it makes me like root for Miles,
Yeah.
but also like I want to understand because like he went through this before, he said, you know, so like how bad could it possibly get? Like how bad could Miles really make it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Before it gets better, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know, cause like this movie was literally, it was so fucking good, and it was literally just setting you up for a next movie.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all it was.
that
doing.
is so
Yeah,
true.
It's
that's
crazy.
true.
Like, it's just like and this was pretty crazy. Like, it was pretty crazy. Like, the pretenses and everything, like the context of all,
Yeah.
scenes and stuff. Like, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, but even though it was a setup, it didn't feel like a setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It felt like a movie.
I
It
don't
felt
even
like
know,
because you know how
dude.
sometimes they'll make like a part one,
It was
and it feels like a setup. This felt like just a movie.
This
Like
was a
its own
golden archway,
Yeah.
a golden segue. It was
Yeah.
just, the transition was just
yeah,
perfect.
it's like Infinity War and Endgame. Like,
I'm in need of more. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's
exactly.
like, and it's not coming out till March of next year. Like, under a year, but still, like, you know what I mean? Like, this
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
it was so good. You just you want that next episode to come out next week.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
And just,
And I miss that feeling with like the sequels and stuff, or no, I guess the
Yeah.
Infinity War, and having that feeling of like, damn, like
I gotta wait a
Yeah.
whole year.
I know I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to wait a whole year
Yeah,
to see what's gonna happen next. Like, I miss that
Man.
feeling.
it's like, it's beautiful torture.
it is.
know?
Yeah, it just makes me want to watch the movie again, which
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I will watch it. But
Yeah.
I need to watch it with subtitles.
No, because there's a with something, there's a lot, in there, and there's also like, as much as we caught,
Oh, there's so
There's
much
so much
more.
more.
There's more.
Yeah.
Like, we rewatch
Yeah.
it, I guarantee
Yeah.
you'll see something else.
What movie
You know?
did that happen with? It wasn't with Guardians.
What do you
We
mean
watched-
that we watch it multiple times and we caught different things?
Yeah.
We went to movie theaters to watch it.
Maybe.
Ooh,
I don't know. It's been a while since I've experienced something like this.
yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember
Where I was-
either.
but I know we
exactly.
have done that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've gotten excited for movies. I mean, like, yeah, like, I really want to see this and
Yeah.
stuff, but nothing felt like, I mean, in the recent history of like my recent film history, I've gone to see in theaters, like,
Yeah,
or like just in a movie in general, like getting me to this level of excitement,
yeah,
because it's just like, we left the movie theater and it was so strong, like the fervor was just there, so like this fervor of like more
yeah.
was so strong, like I had a headache because I was just like, dude, like it was so
Because as soon as it
Good.
started, it felt like just a high, and it just kept going.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
the whole time I was like, "Oh, this movie's great! Like this movie's
enchanted,
like it can't get even better than this."
Yeah.
And it
it kept
kept getting
pushing
better,
limits,
yeah.
dude.
and I was like, "Wow!"
Like I think you called it
is-
earlier. Like, this is a film of the year. Like, this
Mhm.
is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
it's such a good
yeah,
movie.
I would say
Yeah,
film of the
from
year
the
without a
anim-
doubt. Like
yeah.
I don't think anything could top this. This
From
is,
the animation, the soundtrack,
Yeah,
the storyline,
everything. Yeah, plot,
the setup.
everything.
Yeah.
Setting,
Mm-hmm.
dude. Even shit like fucking like dude, the villain, Spot.
Yeah.
the Spot, dude. That fucker.
so funny
Yeah. Character
and
development.
then so scary.
comedy.
It was
Yeah.
major character development.
Mhm.
It was like I don't even know, goofy,
And he's a bagel guy.
amateur, god,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or devil,
Uh-huh.
like it was.
And how he lost himself too, which is crazy because he's like,
it was consumed,
Uh-huh.
like like there was nothing for, like, he's doing this because of his past, but there's nothing there like left,
Mhm.
yeah,
Like, any former shell he could have had, like, it's gone.
yeah.
And,
But he
like,
did have
I
a
don't
point.
know.
He's like, you turned me into this. He's like, I have to walk around like this. This is my face now.
Yeah, my
That's-
family won't look at me.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, because he said too, he's like, I'm your nemesis, and like I'm not. I haven't read any of the Miles Morales comics. I don't know like the full story, like how
Mhm.
like true to
Have
story
you?
they are.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about the spot.
I don't
Okay.
know who exactly, because like Peter Parker's got Green Goblin, like arch
Yeah.
nemesis, or Venom, it'd be
Mhm.
like something like that. I don't know who Miles Morales' arch enemy is, like
Mm.
the arch enemy,
Yeah.
and like this guy's gonna be hard to beat,
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
and like I don't know, dude. Like I don't know if there's just gonna be like he's gonna be like a fucking neutron star and just like implode into himself, and just like kind of destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Or
OP.
like-
He can literally teleport him to any
Or
universe.
yeah, or he just goes far enough away for a while until he can recuperate or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. There's like a lot of potential in these now, and especially even like, dude, with fucking, oh my god, with like inverted Miles Morales,
Oh yeah, we haven't even touched on that.
dude.
Yeah.
Like,
That's like that was a whole plot twist I didn't see coming.
that's crazy.
That was
is
so
crazy. I
cool.
kind
And,
of
like,
like
I
when
thought
he
it
was
was
tied
Spider-Man.
up, when he got tied up and all that, and saw his uncle and all that, I was like, fuck.
When he
Yeah.
got hit, because they showed
Yeah.
the eyes, and I was like, oh, is that Spider-Man that just socked him?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, because I don't know if you remember that, where he's like, he's chilling on the roof with them, and his uncle's like very quiet, and he's like, and he looks at him, and then all of a sudden he looks in the sky, and then he sees the eyes, and then
Yeah.
he gets
Mm.
knocked
He gets
out, and
hit.
that's when he gets tied up. And I was like, was that Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's
And
the
then-
one I kind of knew too. I was like,
yeah.
damn.
I didn't. Yeah, I was like, I don't know who that was, and I was like, no, he's definitely with the Prowler already.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
And then he was like, oh, like, I know you're the Prowler or whatever, and he's like, I'm not. You know, and then he threw the glove to Miles,
Mhm.
like the negative Miles.
Yeah,
You know, and like, dude, when she asked, she's like, what happened to your hair? I was like, oh shit, like something's like his hair didn't.
oh
change.
yeah, we didn't notice
his
that,
hair
like,
didn't change.
Gwen Stacy's in the same room as him.
Yeah, I was thinking too. He
Yeah.
was just like just on the outside, or like just on the inside of his room.
Yeah,
You know, but I was like, I don't know. So like, dude, when like negative Miles showed up, like, dude, it was like watching him like talk, or like like the way he just looked at the camera, like, dude, it was so like lost. Like
Mhm.
it was I don't it was dark.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
You know,
menacing.
and there
It
was
very-
like almost like no light in his eyes.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like devoid of light.
yeah,
And it's
he
all
was
because
just-
He lost his
Yeah,
dad?
it's because he lost his dad.
Yeah.
But it just sucks, like,
Well,
to
it
think
seems-
about the
and it's-
character. Like, he still has his mom who's super loving and everything.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
so
just
they-
like,
so-
and
but
it's
he
the
has
way.
his
I think-
uncle as its guidance.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
true.
not-
It
So
just
like that, and it
sucks.
was symbolic. So like, you know, like his dad being a cop still and dying was like, and that, so like that spider that was supposed to bite Miles in that universe bit this Miles, you know, like our Miles, and like it wasn't supposed to happen. So
Mhm.
there was no Spider-Man there, and I think that when they showed that his dad had died, that it was a symbolic meaning of like or like good and justice just dying out.
Mm,
yeah,
You know, because like there's no one around to protect it. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, and they pan to like the whole city. And it's
Yeah,
like
and it
on
was, like-
fire.
Yeah, it was bad. You know
oh
what I mean?
yeah,
It was bad.
Right.
So like, dude, like when my like negative Miles showed up, it was like scary. You
Yeah.
know? And he was the Prowler. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's better than his uncle.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, because he has like the skill of Spider-Man. If he was Spider-Man,
If he
you know?
was, he's Spider-Man without powers. You know?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's still he's rough.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
he was, and like he even saying, he's like, our dad is gonna die, your dad,
Yeah,
you know, and he had no sympathy whatsoever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
There was
he's like, I
none.
already lost. Yeah,
Yeah, there was nothing there.
I lost my dad. Like you don't know who I am. You don't
Yeah.
know anything. Like it's
Yeah.
just
It was not
yeah.
Miles. Like it was a whole different person.
And he had a Spanish accent more.
It was-
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It
then
was-
he doesn't
he
have
was-
his dad anymore,
yeah,
so he's
dude.
raised by his mom.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a cool little like thing to even notice.
That's like it was still a thing. So like even in the games, like, you know, so like his mom still does that to him. She still kind of speaks Spanish like every now and then. He's
Yeah.
like, okay, mommy, te quiero, you know, and then like he'll keep going and stuff. But
Mhm.
he does speak to her in Spanish,
Yeah,
you know, and it's like but it's not broken Spanish per
Mhm.
se, but it's like it's selective,
yeah.
you know.
But like how Miles Morales, like in the beginning, he's like he got like
he
a
said
B.
it too, huh?
Yeah, so he has like broken Spanish.
Yeah.
But this one, since he has no dad, he's only talking to his mom all the time.
yeah,
So he's mainly speaking Spanish. And I was like, oh, that's a neat touch. Because then he's like,
yeah.
that's why he's speaking to him directly in Spanish.
It's kind of hard too, dude. That was like
Yeah.
super hard because it's just like fucking. I don't even know, bro. Like,
Yeah, dude. His
he's
hair
up-
and everything.
He's
I was
up
like,
to no good. you know?
yeah. Like he's
You
just looking down at him. Even though they're the same height, he
Yeah.
was like looking down at him.
That shit was heavy.
I was like,
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I have no idea how it's going to pan out.
Mhm.
But also, let's talk about animation, because you mentioned something after the movie where it was like it felt very free, like Spider-Man, like when he
Yeah.
was just shooting webs, he was going on through the city and everything. Like it felt very free, like where the I guess the other movies, the live action movies, can't capture this as well.
Yeah, I don't even know like what it was exactly. Like because like the movies are good and they're great performances, you know, and stuff. But this one's like really big,
Yeah,
like on hope and like
Emotion.
be yourself,
So,
be better,
Mhm.
you know, be better together, you
Mhm.
know, and like just go for it, you know,
Mhm.
like go for it,
yeah,
yeah.
you know.
I liked how the animation just brought, or what you're able to like, they were able to pan out of rooms and like show like a bigger picture of everything, like the whole watercolor aspect, like
Yeah,
the changing of colors with the changes of like
the
the
vibe,
Emotion?
emotion and
yeah,
like the
yeah,
vibe of the scene or whatever, like what
yeah.
was happening. Like you see the
yeah,
colors change, you see the characters' colors change
yeah,
Mhm.
of like how are they were
yeah. When Gwen
feeling or
like hugged her
presenting.
dad,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
it got
Yeah, then you
warm.
it
see
just like
everything, but then it would pan out too, and everything else kind of changes around them.
well, it seemed like
Uh huh.
that scene when she hugs her dad, you know, again, it's like it's very cold. There's a very cold tone to it, you know, and then when she hugs him, they're like warmth goes into him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was like something he had lost because she had been away for months,
yeah,
you know, and like she hadn't come back. He hadn't seen her in months. He's like,
Mhm.
we've been, you know, and it was like dark and they were fighting and bickering. And then she hugged him and it was like something came back to him.
yeah.
You
But
know?
it's cool how they're able to express that without like facial expressions, just through
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah. That was a
yeah,
good, yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. And
Is
it's crazy too because like well it shows us the possibilities of like what can happen next because like her dad like turning down the captain role would like save his life, right? You know?
yeah.
Yeah,
So like
doesn't like
That's
make.
why she.
but it makes me think like her canon experience was already with Peter Parker. He died.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think that's what gave her the idea of like well like her dad quitting the captain position
mhm.
gave her the idea of like anything can happen.
Yeah.
You know? Like anything can happen.
That's why she was like, "Oh, Miles."
Yeah.
As soon as that, like, once that
Mhm.
happened, she's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
"Miles is right."
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Exactly.
Miguel is just lost right now.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like he has good points, you know, and they're definitely should be taken into consideration.
Yeah.
But also, like, you can't stop destiny, you
Mhm.
know, and like his misunderstanding of destiny seems like he sees it as calamity, you know,
Yeah.
and destruction, and you know, but
Mhm.
like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
it makes me think, like, what if Miles can do both? I don't
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's just like
And that's
highlights.
what Spider-Man's
the,
all about, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Either
The
that
love
or
of-
like he needs to learn a lesson like in reality of like you know like people are gonna die, this is like you know what I mean, like
That's
this
life.
is
Yeah.
it's life, it's a hard role, you
Yeah.
know, to be Spider-Man, and like sometimes you can't save everyone, and he says it, Peter Parker says it in the first one, he's like, can't save everyone, Miles,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know.
And oh, it's gonna hurt when something happens. I know something's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Something's gonna
it's
happen.
but it's gonna be a turning point,
Mhm.
you know, and it's gonna be like Miles' transition into like full 100% like capable Spider-Man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a
Mhm.
transitional period,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he has
Well,
to
even
transcend.
When he went to his mom, like you kind of saw that like beginning.
Yeah, he tried.
that,
It,
yeah.
There's a spark. You're right. Yeah.
He was just like, I feel like he's like, now I just have no fear
Yeah.
in me, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
That was cool to see.
Yeah.
But like this whole, or his, I guess the journey of him at least attempting to save his dad just
Yeah.
like shows like how much love he has for his family.
Yeah.
You know,
It
which
means a
is
lot
really
to
like
him.
it was beautiful like
Yeah.
to see. Like he's like, well, why not just try?
Yeah, and
to do
it's like in
both.
my head, like Miguel talking about it seemed like, well, if he saves his dad, if Miles saves his dad, then like he can kill everyone else. You know what I mean? So like Miles is like that's what I was talking about, like with his goals being set on Miles, not Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like all the other Spider-Mans are trying to stop him, you know, and he's focused on Miles. He's not focused on what Spider-Man needs to do. He's focused on what Miles needs to do,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like in that sense, it's like, dude, like think about it. Like think about it. Are you gonna save one person, no matter who that person is to you, and sacrifice everyone?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, he's just
tough.
like,
But also, like again, like Gwen said, anything is possible. And
Yeah.
what if he can do both?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he has like, I don't know, the idea like, okay, like if Miguel failed, but maybe I could do it.
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
And like show Miguel, like maybe like things are fixable sometimes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta believe. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta believe.
Yeah.
And it's like it seems like Miguel has, well, for himself at least, he has no hope. Like there's no, which like there's a bigger picture, and I get what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like hold everything down.
Yeah.
But also
I guess he failed
Miserably.
but
Yeah.
he failed in attempting to do both.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he like didn't figure out a way to do both.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what I guess Miles is gonna try at least attempt to do, is like figure out a different way to have both.
Yeah.
Like still save his universe. Or whatever.
I think it'd be a good thing for Miguel O'Hara to learn, though, also that like you can't control everything.
That's true.
Life finds a way. I was watching Jurassic Park the other day. Like, you know what I mean?
Jurassic
Or he
Park.
said, like, all the dinosaurs are bred to be female. Like life finds a way. You know what I mean? And like
Wait,
in most cases,
what?
well, like in Jurassic Park.
Oh no, not the sunglasses.
Samurai, sir.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like life finds a way.
Yeah.
Sometimes, most of the times when we experience like tragedy in life, it's like it feels like the end of the world. But like like life goes on and things get better and easier, and you get stronger. And
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Lots of things are possible. If you really, 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 really want that.
Yeah.
So like,
You have the right mindset.
yeah, or just
Things
the
kind of-
perseverance. you
yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, just to
Yeah.
just give it a shot.
Yeah, and I think that's like the moral of the movie, which is such a
I
great.
don't know, dude.
I
It's
feel like it's
hard.
like
There's a lot
that.
of morals in this movie.
Well, it's like
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
it's like I feel like I can't even come to a conclusion about the morals because like I don't know the end of the story yet,
That's true.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like it ended on a pretty bad note.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking bad spot. It's a real bad spot. That he's
It's a real
in.
tight spot to be in.
Yeah.
He's in quite a pickle.
Yeah, it's bad. He's in quite a pickle. That's just, it's gonna be rough, and like it. But I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
I'm so
March.
excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
March of next year.
I like what you said, or how you're explaining, like Stan Lee's vision for Spider-Man. Like anyone could be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So, I think that was cool, like what they did with this movie, because Miles Morales was like, "Well, I am Spider-Man. Like I got bit." Because Miguel's like, "Yo, this wasn't supposed to happen to you. You're like, you weren't supposed to be Spider-Man."
Yeah.
Like you're
say
irrelevant.
You're the first anomaly.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Well, I am Spider-Man. Like this is me," and it was just cool, like to, I don't know, like take Stan Lee's vision that anyone can be Spider-Man. Like anyone could be behind that mask.
And it literally
Yeah.
being just anybody.
Yeah,
and it
literally,
happened to be
yeah.
Miles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that was really cool.
It was dropped into another universe, and it just happened to bite Miles. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
It could have been anybody.
Yeah, it just goes to show, that it can
Yeah.
be. That's so cool. Yeah,
like
that's cool.
I don't know, like the development of that vision.
Yeah, it's really evolved.
Yeah,
Like
because
really
we
evolved.
went to the Spider-Man Museum in San Diego. Remember?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
They have that?
yeah,
So you see all like the costumes. You see like the
What?
original comics.
Dude.
so cool, so cool.
Mhm. Yeah, it was
Geeked
pretty
out
cool.
hard. Yeah,
That's
Yeah, it was really cool.
all right. We got to do that, huh? As it like a team or what? Let's go.
as a team, it's a conference. We
a
got
As a
a
vlog.
That's bad,
A
dude.
work conference.
That's dope as hell.
so
Yeah.
cool.
We got to
Yeah.
show the fans. You know what I'm saying?
we gotta take them there. Yeah,
Vlog it.
only we can take them.
Where was it at?
It was in San Diego.
Yeah,
It was in the Comic-Con. Or
Mm.
Comic-Con was going on, I believe, and
yeah,
they had like a outside events, and that was one of them, which
Yeah.
was like they had a museum for Spider-Man, which was
Yeah.
so fucking.
but the whole
Amazing.
thing about the premises is like all of these different Spider-Mans that he had envisioned or created, the whole purpose is like anyone could be, like you could see anyone behind the mask, yeah. and it, like the whole his original I guess sketch or idea of Spider-Man is that this is just a regular kid.
Mm.
which
Yeah.
was cool.
He says it too. I think it's like Spider-Man 1 or 2 with Tobey Maguire, or it might even be 3. And no, I think it's 1 or 2. But Tobey Maguire standing in Times Square watching the billboard of Spider-Man, and he's just watching himself, like the camera like watching him swing, and Stan Lee walks up beside him and he goes, "You know, I guess one person can make a difference." Enough said. And then he walks away. And like, dude, like that's like the epitome of Spider-Man. Like, you know, just one person going out of their way to do what they can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like never asking for anything in return. Not even wanting people to know his name. You know what I mean? And it's like, it could be it could be you.
Yeah,
You know
just
what I
a
mean? Like,
great person. Yeah.
like just be better.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so cool.
Man.
Yeah, well, go watch it, everybody.
Yes, watch
Check
the movie.
Check
yeah.
it out now.
Yeah, if you have
ASAP.
yeah, right now. Why are you
ASAP.
watching this?
ASAP.
Turn this off.
Turn this
It
off.
has a 95% score on Rotten Tomatoes, as
Dude,
it
I
should.
expected 99.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
honestly, 99 or 100.
Come
I
on.
need that.
Yeah.
Because it's
Still, dude, those are numbers they're putting out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For real, dude.
that's true.
Yeah. 95% tomato meter, 96% audience score.
Yeah.
Those are some, what is it, Godfather scores, right?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. 97, I think.
Yeah.
Godfather.
Yeah.
You know off the top of your head?
I know.
I just watched it not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Watch it
Yeah.
again. Those are great too.
That's what people say usually when it's
They're
like,
great too.
Yeah, those
Really
are.
good.
when they, like, when their scores are super high like this, like down, putting up Godfather numbers.
Was that what they said?
Yeah. For Rotten Tomatoes.
Man. Well, yeah. Go watch it.
Yes,
Check it out.
please go
This is
watch
amazing.
it.
It's
So you
worth a
can be-
watch.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's,
For
Movie
anybody,
of the year.
everybody.
Fuck all the
Yeah.
movies that come
Yeah,
out this
movie of
year.
I don't want to watch any other movie.
I
I'm done.
don't ever want to watch any other movie.
Yeah,
Ooh.
just Spider-Man.
Except for the sequel.
Indiana Jones is coming up next.
Oh,
you
yeah, I'm
guys.
trying to see
Oh
that too.
yeah, that was,
Yeah, we're gonna.
yeah. We should go watch that. Actually,
We-
never mind. We will watch
Yeah,
movies.
we
Yeah,
will watch
Yeah.
that.
We'll be back.
Matter.
Just say yeah.
Anybody's name?
That's Lauren. That's Eddie. And I'm Matthew. And we all know each other.
Thank you. Thank you.